Alright, we're gonna be back with another You Decide here. One evidence, full sanity. So let's see what we can have. We know we will not be getting Doomslayed or a demon, or if we do, I will be highly upset. Because I highly doubt we'll be Doomslayed. Alright. So it's in the hallway there. Take that. I did not see any orbs, right? I don't know if I really looked hard. But okay. We're gonna get anything. Actually, my timer's already up, so that's a good start. That's a good start. I don't necessarily want to leave the house because it could ruin our Doomslayed attempt, but I think we've already been in here, so we'll just go. Let's see if we have any UV, or I guess if we have EMF 5. Do we have anything on the chart? No, nothing showing that. Okay. You. I don't know if the fingerprints will still be there if we do have UV, but we can just hope for the best. Hope for the best. I don't see anything. Just touched a door. I don't know which door. I have a lot of people ask me about how to put dots on the ceiling. Just know you can't put them on all ceilings. Only some. So it kind of varies. So if you can't get it, don't worry. You don't have to spend a bunch of time doing it. Is this gonna end up being like freezing or dots? Do I just need to go ahead and put like Oreo and leave? Did you throw the book? Or just throw that book? Do that one. It's alright. Phantasma. You throw the hell out of that book. Thank you, that ghost. If we're not getting a spirit box after that, I don't think we're getting a spirit box. Come back on this way, dots. Come back on this way. Well, we're at 54. We might as well just go ahead and get hunted and see some things. You know, break up the little routine stuff, unless it's gonna do something fancy schmancy. Alright. Well, you did do that. It just turned off the power, didn't it? It's hunting. Is it coming down here? So we couldn't really get a great list. Why you do this to me? Well, that's why we brought a... Okay, so... We were right. It is freezing. Because I know some of you do not know what freedom units freezing means, but it is anything less than 32. So... Apparently I don't know how to do this. Okay. At least it's not dots. I am kind of happy about that. So... Let's see. Freezing. We don't really get freezing that much. I mean, I think we looked at the video camera enough. Alright. Alright, I think that should have told you everything that you needed to know there. Do you know what the ghost was? That's right, that ghost was a Hantu, which we knew because it was fast when it was in the ghost room while it hunted, and then slow outside of the ghost room when it hunted. So, all during the same hunt. And one thing I want you to make a note of as well from the Hantu is the speed changes for temperature and room is instant. Like it's not a gradual slowdown, it's an instant slowdown, instant speed up. Alright, so just make sure that you do keep that in mind. This time it was fast in the hallway, which was the ghost room, slow outside of it. I didn't hear it during the first hunt. It sounded kind of normal speed to me, but the breaker was also off for a little bit everywhere. It also makes sense as to why it cut off a bunch of stuff. But let's take a look. So our freezing temps was our one evidence. We knew that we could rule out a shade pretty much because it was doing early events and it was doing stuff with us in the room. We could have verified it with motion sensors, but I was pretty safe to assume that. We did not have orbs, so we could rule out a mimic. It turned off the breaker, so it could not be a Jinn. Surprisingly, it did not hunt us early, but demon was still an option. Alright, so looking at this as well, we also knew right away with the freezing we could eliminate Moroi because Morois have spirit boxes, they're forced evidence, so it could not be that. So we were looking at this, and when it did hunt, it was faster at times, slower at times. It was a Hantu. It wasn't obviously slow enough to be a Revenant. It was fast outside of line of sight. It was not normal speed though, so when it was not normal speed, you know that you could rule out these. And the way that it changed during the hunt, it was obviously fast outside of line of sight, so not a Revenant. And the way it changed like that, twins cannot do that. So it had to be a Hantu. Easy enough. Alright, so let's see. Let's use the mirror. Look for where the ghost is. Where in the world? Not to say, man. I was like, is it right there? Probably just gonna... I'm sure we're in hunting range, right? Alright, God, that thing really threw me off because I was like, what in the world? Yeah, we almost bursted that. We almost bursted that. Interesting. Okay. Let's just get hunted since we're almost there at hunting range. Well, we are in hunting range for every single ghost. So I guess we'll treat it as no sanity. Fantastic, fantastic. Y'all's thoughts on that? Could you tell? It wasn't a lot, but I think you should have been able to at least heard the speed. Did you think it was slower, faster, normal speed? What are you thinking? We can wait again for another hunt and just to make sure. Alright, so what were y'all's thoughts on that? I think you should have known what it was. That's right, that ghost was the twins. Hopefully you picked up on the speed. Now, obviously, we looked at the chart the first time when we looked at our sanity, and you saw what a lot of people say is the twins curve. Does it mean twins right away? No, not exactly, but we could use it as a tool because we were like, huh, that's a weird curve. Twins seem more likely to do that. Could this be the twins? Well, first hunt, it was slightly slower. Now, it did go upstairs. We really didn't get to hear it much else after that. And so what we at least could have ruled out with that. So we knew that it was slightly slower than normal speed the first time. So we can pretty much rule out almost everything. It was not slow enough to be a rev. It was not slow enough to be a rev. Technically, it still could have been a mimic. But with where we were at, we knew it was going to pretty much come down to a Hantu twins or the mimic. We never really officially ruled out a mimic, I guess, but we did see that there were no orbs in there to start with. And that's apparently the ghost room was in the kitchen, which was interesting. But the next hunt, it was slightly faster. So was it faster because it was a Hantu, or was it faster because it was the fast twin? Well, that's where the looping came in, because Hantus do not gain speed in line of sight. That ghost absolutely did gain speed in line of sight, so we knew we could eliminate a Hantu. And we already sus of the twins with seeing that weird curve on the chart. Slower the first time, faster the second. I was willing to say twins. That's what it was. Could you mimic lovers out there could say mimic? Possibly. But it was too much that pointed to the twins for me to say, alright, it's not a mimic. Alright, so let's do Ridge View again, because I know you were like, well, you said there would be one evidence, but we didn't get the one evidence, and we could have got the ghost if you would have given us the one evidence. We say that's fair. Alright, there's a bathtub, and there's a thing. I think that's going to be this one to the left. Does seem that way. I don't see any orbs. Okay. Fantastic, fantastic. Let's see. Do we see orbs? Do we see orbs? Nope. Alright, so we know that we can go ahead, and Spirit Box is going to be our option. Alright, let's see. Let's get some salty poos in there. Dude, I swear, it's gonna end up becoming my most common ghost. Y'all know what that is, please. My most. Yeah, it's a Wraith. It didn't step in salt. Easy. Y'all should have got that one. Let's do Ridge, I guess, third time. Alright, so we had some interesting ones so far. Are you in the foyer area? I hate this so much. I think this is your ghost room, this, like, little weird fucking rectangle. I think it is. It did just turn on a light, so that's good. That's good to know. I just hate this area because it's like 3 rooms into one. It did turn on this light switch. I don't see any UV. Could have gone away. Could have been nothing. We kind of don't really know. I'm gonna stick that on the ceiling. Fantastic. I'm probably just gonna go ahead and put this dots here just in case, I guess, because if it is this little area, we should be well enough equipped that it really shouldn't matter too much. I was about to say, did it just step in the salt over there? It did. It's not moving, so that's great. Again, what I'll typically say when you're playing Nightmare or, well, insanity, don't get so focused in on your one piece of evidence. Don't forget about your other no evidence tests. That's very big at times. Very big. It's really annoying. It's really hard to kind of test for a shade around here, too. Okay, well, we know ghost writing is not going to be our option. A lot of freezing games, though. So, like, I really don't mind that at all. I feel like it's going to be dots. I mean, if it's dots, it ain't going to be visible dots. Alright, I do think freezing is going to be our... thing, right? We did smudge it there at the end. I have an idea for the ghost. 31.9, 32.2. Okay, so we're right. It is freezing. So we'll get that up there. Think about your stuff when it comes to that. Okay, it's not what I thought it was. I am sus of one ghost. Alright, do you all know what that ghost was? That is the biggest question. I think you all should know what it is. It's very subtle to pick up. Did you get it? That's right, that ghost was a Jinn, so how do we know that it was a Jinn? Well, it sped up faster to us than other ghosts, other than the Rev, because the Rev will speed up faster coming to you, but what I like to consider the Jinn's little trait there is a mini Revenant ability. So let's see if I can break it down for you here. Let's go. So we didn't get freezing until after the first hunt, so let me go break down some things that we knew we could already rule out. And that was going to be a Wraith because it stepped in the salt. Shade because it was doing stuff with us in the room there. A Mimic because we didn't see any orbs. And an Onryo because it did not hunt after blowing out 3 candles. So after that first hunt, I'm not going to lie, I was kind of sus of Oni for the little that I was looking at it. And that's just what I wanted to kind of double verify. Now, we did know once we got the freezing, we could rule out a Moroi. Forgot. I was talking about this, but I'm like, even the first time we knew it was normal speed, so we could rule out anything that was not going to be normal speed. So, like, say, Dio, Hantu, Revenant, Yuri could still have been an option at that point. That was about it. I did know after that first time as well, there was not going to be a Phantom, it was going to be normal Blinks. But when we got the freezing, we knew it was down to basically Demon, Yuri, Oni, Jinn, Twins. Actually, Twins we could have ruled out because it was normal speed. So Oni was what I was sus of. It hunted at like 125, so I'm guessing I just messed up on the timer. Smudge timer, it probably took me a few. That's what I wanted to double check for that next hunt. So then after it hunted at 125, I was like, well, it's not an Oni. But I did notice a slight speed up there for a second that I thought was kind of odd, and I'm like, huh, Jinn is a possibility. I could have got the smudge timer wrong. Let's double check. So the next hunt, it hunted around minute 30. We were able to verify a Jinn. So I say it's like a mini Revenant ability. And the way that I really want you to kind of think about that is it's going to catch up faster to you than compared to other ghosts. So let's see if I can demonstrate here with some other ghosts just sort of what it would have looked like in that scenario compared to this one. So again, I want you to look at the Jinn's ability here, and then we'll compare it to what another ghost will do. Alright, I guess we're doing a Blood Moon Edgefield here. Let's go. Okay. We've been getting a Blood Moon, like, each time with this. It's kind of crazy. I didn't think we'd get it so often. Each week, I swear, we've gotten a Blood Moon. Alright. Let's see. Living room? Okay. Good enough. Do we have any orbs? Nope. Or... yes, we do have orbs. Yes, we do have orbs. Alright. Do we have... you? Nope. Alright. Yeah, the orb. There it is. Okay. So, I do have to be sus of one thing here. I do have to be sus. I don't know if I should have left, necessarily. Kind of try. Well, with an orb, I mean, we could get Doomslate if it was a mimic, but you know. No, don't throw that. Walk into salt so we can get some UV. Okay. Don't see any UV, so far I think we're so good. I think what I'm gonna do, let me get you like fully up. I'm just gonna leave that down for now. So we know we've lit the 2, and I think what I will do is grab some of you. I'm trying to look to see what we got left. Very eventy, but of course the Blood Moon will do that to you. Blood Moon will do that to you. I do just want to kind of keep it higher up, though. Try to lose as little sanity as possible. You don't get that too often. I'll take it. All right, I'll take that. You know, sometimes mares are really, really annoying, and sometimes they're not too bad at all. So, we knew that was the mare's ability there, because as soon as we turned on the light, it immediately turned it off. No real long delay, nothing like that. So, great job. Let's do Edgefield again. That was a nice Blood Moon mare for once. All right, let's see what we got. Is that my favorite hiding spot? I don't see any orbs. So I think that's just part of like the main hallway there. I don't think this is a separate room. I don't know. See, part of me is like, wait, should I wait a minute? Probably should like use my timer just to time things, shouldn't I? Okay, so I'm not thinking it's going to be Spirit Box. You can go check for UV right quick. Thermo's kind of pointless to take right now anyways. We should be able to still see the UV prints if it's going to be UV. Oh, we have Ghost Riding? Okay. Ghost Riding. Interesting. What can we really... Is it just like let's just get hunted type thing? I think so, right? I think so. Let's just get hunted then. Kind of scary. Do not want it to spawn on top of me, but I got a bad feeling that it will. People still ask, can you still hide here? Yes, you can. I don't know if people watch it and think that, like, it's just, like, perfect. Like, no, the ghost can still roam there and go towards you and do all that. But chances are high it is not. Now, I do kind of have a feeling I know what the ghost is. Oh, my God. Screw you. You know, maybe I give it away too much. Hopefully just by you being observant, you kind of knew what it was, but hopefully it also sort of made more sense. That ghost was, of course, a Myling, and we knew it was a Myling because I was sus of after the first one because it sounded like we could barely hear it at the end of the hallway. Now, Edgefield makes it really, really hard to test for a Myling because the range which your electronics malfunction and where you can hear the ghost is a very slim margin with it. But I'm going to try to replay this, and I want you to pay attention to the first time the footsteps sound like they're going away as the ghost is going back to the steps. And then the second time, we obviously knew that we could not really hear the ghost until our footsteps, or until our flashlights started malfunctioning there. And I'll show you that again. Alright, Edgefield has been super kind to us, so let's keep it up. Bathroom. Was it just you? Maybe? Doesn't really answer my question. Okay, well, maybe that kind of answers my question. We at least know that we got Spirit Box with it. Is this the actual bathroom, or is it like that one, or that one, or that one? We have 15 million flippin' bathrooms. Like, I think it is that one. I shouldn't overthink this. Like, it just makes sense, dude. Few other test. Well, that's good. At least let's get worried for a second. Let's get worried for a second. Place that down. I need to take these disturbed salt pictures, or if we try to get a ghost photo, it may mess it up. Alright, well, I think we're just ready to go get hunted. Alright. It should have told us a few things. Alright, well, I did something there. I hope works. Can you tell what ghost I think it is? Or did I just do that to throw you off? I don't know. What are your thoughts? What do you think the ghost is? I think we know enough. That's right. That ghost was a spirit. Pretty cool, huh? How did we know that? A massive shout out to Twitch streamer Mike, who also has a YouTube channel as well. I'll leave his links in the description. Y'all be sure to go drop him a follow. He created this awesome chart here that sort of explains what I wanted to do with the spirit test. And this is the first time I've ever actually been able to try it and actually get it to work properly. Now, if you are not aware, whenever you cleanse a spirit, they cannot hunt for 180 seconds or 3 minutes. I hate the spirit test because it's not very reliable, right? Every ghost can choose to not hunt for 3 minutes after being smudged. This is actually a way that you can confirm that the ghost is a spirit. This is saying that you have already ruled out a demon, which, since we did have our piece of evidence as a spirit box, we knew that we could go ahead and rule out a demon. So here's exactly what we did. So you cannot re-cleanse a ghost. So let's say for every other ghost, you smudge it during the hunt to get away. That smudge timer starts then. If, for instance, later on in the hunt, you smudge the ghost again, then that smudge timer does not reset. It's still a 90-second timer from that first smudge. So during the hunt, we smudged our spirit. So that starts the timer. This means that you want to kind of re-smudge the ghost around 2 minutes, 50 seconds, in between 3 minutes, somewhere around there, right, to try to confirm that it's a spirit. Because if the ghost hunts prior to a minute 30 seconds or a minute 20 seconds of you re-smudging the ghost, you know it's a spirit. So here's what we did, right? You want to confirm where the ghost position is. This time we did. The ghost position was inside, well, it was in the hallway there because it just did a ghost event. It did a singing ghost event. That's why I waited. I was looking at my timer, like, all right, we're getting pretty close here. Let's see how long this event's going to go on. So to re-smudge it, it was about 2 minutes, 55 seconds after we smudged it originally. So I know if the ghost hunts prior to a minute 25 seconds, the ghost is a spirit, because we've already ruled out that it can't be a demon. You can't redo a smudge effect, and we still had 5 seconds left on the spirit timer, which the ghost hunted prior to a minute of that smudge timer. So we were not even close. I think it was like 45, 50 seconds or something. The ghost hunted after we smudged it. But again, because when we used our smudge on it, you can't re-cleanse the spirit. So it doesn't reset that 3-minute timer. That 3-minute timer was still going on, and then it did its usual, all right, we're going to hunt. If it was a regular ghost, like if it hunted after a minute 25 seconds, you couldn't rule it. It could be a spirit, but it could not. Might not be a spirit too. We wouldn't know. We wouldn't know. But the fact that it hunted prior to a minute 25 seconds, we knew that we could confirm that the ghost was a spirit. That's what this cool little chart says right here. It's a very well put together chart. Like I said, y'all be sure to go follow Mike. Awesome streamer, awesome content creator. Y'all probably seen his stuff before anyways. Let's go through how we eliminated some other ghosts, though, to get to that point. Because, honestly, I was kind of sus of a Pulte. I was kind of sus after that first time, but I was also paying attention to the smudge timer. Again, it's a good idea not tunnel vision and focus solely onto one thing. So our one piece of evidence was Spirit Box. So we knew right away that the ghost did step in salt, so we could rule out a Wraith. We also knew that it blew out 3 candles, did not hunt, so we could rule out an Onryo. We did not see any orbs, so I was willing to rule out a Mimic, and it came down to these ghosts, which a lot of which we could determine by the hunt. Pretty much every one but a couple, right? So when it hunted, we knew that it was normal speed. Normal speed meant it was not going to be the twins, not going to be a Dio, not going to be a Moroi. It was normal blinking, so therefore it was not going to be a Phantom. And we were able to get the yokai test in. It's not a yokai. It immediately came to us. If it was a yokai, it would have kept on going downstairs into the basement. So this left us with Spirit, Pulte, Mare. I was sus of Pulte because it sounded like it was kind of throwing a bunch of things. I saw like one of the pictures go flying, and I was like, huh, Pulte's kind of sus. But let's look at our smudge timer, and let's set up a Pulte line and see how it throws the next time. As it was getting closer to 3 minutes, that's when I did what I explained earlier. Re-smudged it, see was the ghost going to hunt prior to minute 25. It did, so therefore we knew we could confirm it was a spirit at that point. And then, of course, it was just normal throws afterwards. If you want to put even more of your knowledge to the test, go ahead, click or tap the screen now. Another You Decide watch along, learn ghost abilities and traits, right? Thank you all so much to all the channel members and all the Twitch subscribers for the support. I truly appreciate it. Happy hunting, everybody. And let's head on into the new year with some more You Decides.